Hello everybody and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. We're back in the Crystarium. I figured I would start today's stream by going back to the Crystarium just for the sake of it, so we could get a move on with today's MSQ stuff. I didn't unfortunately do any not grinding, I didn't do any Aether Current chasing like I wanted to initially. But that's okay. If anything, I'll just get the Aether Currents on my own time, whenever I can, really. But also, hey, Jackrith. But yeah, no. To sort of quickly recap what's been going on, very interesting stuff. Shadowbringers so far has been off to a fantastic start with its narrative, and I am ever curious to see how we go from here, because now we've established the threat that are the Sin Eaters, the stakes of the world that's going on, the stakes of what's happening in the first with how much of a dilemma we have, the sheer hopelessness of everyone's situation, as well as some of the problems we'll be facing in future. So that being said, let's just get right to it and continue. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Braggy, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Vel. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alizé both. Alright, later, Elfie. Real quick, let me crank down the audio a bit on my end so I can at least hear myself. Alright, so let's make our way over to Braggy, because we had a message to relay to him. There he is. Hey, my Hrothgar my Hrothgar dude. Or, sorry, my, I'm already blinking on what they call each other here. Aye, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city? I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. If you're carrying messages for the guard, does that mean you were there then? The battle at Holmister? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs, make himself known. I'm sure Gilnard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. Ah, so he's already like, wait, you were at the thing, right? That means you're like an adventurer. Hey, you should probably go over here and get some work. Not an opportunity missed to put the Warrior of Light to work, I suppose. All right, let's talk to this guy. Hello, hello. Nice 360 shot. Ciela, more beer for table 2 and a couple of pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet today, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Oh, that Braggy has a twisted sense of humor. To think he'd send you to me at a time like this. The first real night in near 100 years has folks all riled up and then some. What's more, there was that eater business at Holminster Switch. They say a light warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did the deed. I really must apologize for Gilnard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. Oh? You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day. Praise the blessed shadow. No more the common threats are the strays. No one knows why. But every now and again, an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into in the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads, and our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying even more than most. There are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays, a class of eaters that I've dubbed the cardinal virtues. Kind of interesting to note that a lot of the terminology for the eaters seems to be like what we usually associate with positive terms. So like cardinal virtues is a very interesting phrase when you consider that the opposite of it is cardinal sin. It's interesting. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden saying cardinal virtues. The virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by the survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. Oh. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they're also reported to be as tough as light wardens. Not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Well, they're like blasphemous angels. Yeah. Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the warrior of darkness is out there has little fire in their bellies. Just look at them. That Hume over there is with the oversized sword, his grandson. He's in it for revenge. He wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. That Mistel lad is Lurik. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Sarig. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Gyat. Gyat? Wait a minute. Gyat? Dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with the healer, and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of the hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect a bounty on a cardinal virtue. I'm gonna assume this is role quests. Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. Role quests, yep. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stages of the Shadowbringer main scenario, you must complete at least one role quest line. Speak with a virtue hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. Gotcha. Let's talk to... Oh. Well, seemingly, grandson is the only person we can talk to. Hello? A man with too many scars. The tall, dark stranger is regarding you with a mixture of curiosity and approval. Can't say I've chatted with you before. Think I'd remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? I'd want to say I have. And wary besides. Rest assured, I've no secret designs. Name's Grandson, bounty hunter by trade, mostly sin eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that must be mistaken for that warrior darkness folks have been talking about recently. That right? No. Easy, killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Norvant. I'll hear the details first. What you gotta say? Oh, wait a minute. Thought thought that'd grab your attention. Dikaiosein's the fiend I'm after. One of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folks wont to call him. Former war... Oh. Former warriors of light, the esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. The old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard all this before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a Sin Eater. The better to torment we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. You've heard the pitch, so what's the answer? You interested in hunting Dikaiosine with me? I mean, yeah. Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, Sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're a dab hand if you're the dab hand I think you are, for my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. Well, that's sad. I mean, unironically, now I really feel for Ardbert, where it's like we were just doing what we thought was the right thing, and we were punished immensely for it. It's crazy. But anyways, yeah, hello. Alright, well, let's go back to main scenario real quick. I mean, he did say it during Heaven's Word. No, yeah, I know. I'm just saying that now being put into context what happened afterward is still it's very sad to think about that was their fate. And that they inevitably plunged their own world into nothing but blinding light. There we go. Ah, Casa Dulce Casa. Oh, I love Shadowbringers music too so far. Oh, hey, Ardbert.
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
I'm watching, have you? These are my private quarters, sir?
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden. Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Through the thickest and thinnest. Yep.
Aye. Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
Oh, who?
So this is what the light was hiding.
Who's this?
He's here. I must go to him.
Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the source. Oh, back to the source.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Huh? Oh, hey, Estinian!
Out of my way!
Oh my god!
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy.
I say, hey, Estinian, and here he is committing a fucking war
When the
crime.
alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders.
Also, hi, Gaius.
Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the warrior of light from the jaws of death. Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places.
That's right.
Van Baelsar in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
How interesting, by the way, that we're in a world where that would be a
You are in
positive
contact with
thing,
the Scions, I take
but
it.
back in our homeland, it's like, no.
Through no choice of my own, they tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear the receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
Wait, who?
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
Oh, okay.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature.
If it's cutscene to finish.
It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Yeah, unironically talk about a fucking bioweapon.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to!
The concept of Black Rose is honestly very terrifying to think about.
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Yeah, no, Anthrax leaves residual debris that can be lethal. Even just the debris of Anthrax can cause, like, severe health problems later down the line. Fucking Black Rose doesn't seem to have any of that. Anyways, give me a second. I need to step away for just a quick minute. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And welcome, and I'm back. I come back and I see I don't think Vel has run into Mr. Sex yet. What the hell are y'all talking about? Alright. Manager of Suites. An unwelcome guest. Oh boy. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it that Yulmore has dispatched its military to... Huh? Oh. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of the night. Even now, the Exarch is on the ocular, deliberating a response. Oh boy, what the fuck could Yulmore want? The Redditor must be having another tantrum. You missed me Furry in the... Yeah, I did that already. Hello.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
Yeah.
Laxon Loft here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Yeah.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
Well, there's the knock.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
Do all Vieira have this kind of like accent?
Everyone, gather round.
I don't think they do. Because I've noticed it with a few Vieira, obviously, Lerna, as well as,
Give me this liberty.
What?
Vanish.
Oh. Interesting. Whoosh.
Enter.
Alrighty.
Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
Ranjit? Huh.
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must
Pai
allow
Mei
me
from
one of my
Kill
own.
Bill.
What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His Benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution.
Damn. Really said, okay, bring it, bitch.
Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 sin-eaters changes nothing.
Yes, it does.
The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace.
Alpha now? Don't say anything.
Breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
No.
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
He knows. He knows. Oh no. That was a you bitch. I know you're hiding them. It could not have gone worse.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
Yeah.
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat.
Certain sure seems like it.
While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
It is noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
I certainly wouldn't have.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
Uh-oh.
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
Wait. I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias?
How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Maren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you.
Okay.
Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
God damn it. It's like every new place we go to where it's on the brink of war. I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain yet. In before the nerd in the library basically just gives us another children's book that explains how there are generations of Minfilias. It's crazy though. Hold on, let's talk to them. We will continue to watch for Ilmorians. If Minfilia has indeed been captured, I dare say we will see another familiar face anon. But first things first, pray seek out Morin at the Cabinet of Curiosity. Also, portal to the source. Nah. World's mightiest army, huh? Yeah. A generation of useless Minfilias? Hello, nerd. I'm here to read a book. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's of course. Though it's more intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it. Oh my god. Should I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place. Despite my best efforts, in short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost be certainly somewhere where it shouldn't. So, good luck. Do you have anything about Horcruxes? Found it. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. That was just coincidental. That's the book, is it? Yep, we found it. Have you found the book? Yep, it's right here. Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. No, I just need to break my legs for it. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Oh, that was last expansion. Can't be singing that now. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant. Just as it all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted all the all-consuming radiance, a maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. Ria? When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair spun of gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. She was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return in Avengers Endgame. Wait, what? And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She took the name of Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmor, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions, and were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps, but the truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories of or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep her hope. Well, what can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yulmorian army some 10 years ago and taken into their care, or rather their custody. He was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Vothry's rule, Yulmor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. I see. Oh jeez. For a long while we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in Yulmoran's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like... That'd be Thancred. Well, I believe we now have a good run of this tale. Thank you for your time, Warren. Might I trouble you for a word, Vel, outside? Yep. I already know what we're going to talk about. Ow. Thancred out there doing his job. No, yeah, he's gonna protect Minfilia. Doesn't matter if it's not his Minfilia, he's gonna protect his Minfilia. As you will already surmise, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Heidelin's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean that they are not the same person. That's what I was thinking too. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Yeah, I imagine that the idea with him is, I know this isn't the same Minfilia, but because I couldn't protect the previous one, my Minfilia, I'm gonna make it my job to save this one. Yeah, I get that. The Thancred we know will not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. Here you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelin's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Vel? I would agree. One's generally been enough, but fine. I see you've made up your minds. Oh, hi, Crystal Sexarch. I mean, what? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yulmoran forces at Laxenloft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do this quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. Sorry. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. What? Buddy, we going to war? I mean, you already said we were, but... It's time to rescue a princess, I suppose. I'm sorry, Thancred, your Minfilia is in another castle.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary.
What's going on?
Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you. My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmor a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmor. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone.
Better Ted than Smeg.
What should we do?
What do we do when faced with such awful opposition? The answer lies in this tall bunny man.
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmor's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions.
Interesting. So even the
will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through.
Even the Hrothgar have accents.
We will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you...
Oh yeah, how's that cyber, I mean like corruption holding for you, Vel? I don't seem to be doing so bad right now.
But even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not.
If the whole world is my enemy, then let it be my enemy.
And our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
Yeah, I do find it kind of interesting that the beast races, as far as like Viera and Hrothgar, have very distinct accents that sound foreign in comparison to the more British, UK, Australian accents that you hear from the Hyr and like the and the Rogadin,
I move that we rescue the
as well as the Elizin, I should say.
grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Here, here!
Here, here!
Not Elizin? Elf. No, yes, I'm just calling them by what I know them as.
For the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
Lalafels aren't allowed accent rights.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to
mean
denounce us as
dwarves.
villains, then we shall embrace our
V's. That's right, we're not Vieras, we're V's.
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
Hell yeah, dude. We're gonna do it.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air.
Dream? Wait.
Not all will succumb to its effects, but it
Dream
should
powder?
thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Like sleeping stuff? Like dream powder? What are we talking about?
Very good. See to your preparations.
Drugs.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
I do like that we're unironically just being the bad guys in the first. Because for all intents and purposes...
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Oh no! You can't say that. He was a brilliant scientist. I guess I can't be the hero every time. No, but yeah, I do find it kind of interesting that... Also, is she taller than me? I think she is taller than me. No, yeah, she's taller than me. Then again, I've generally noticed that female Vs stand upright a lot more than male Vieras. Male Vieras have like a hunch to their neck. They got that gamer neck going on. Now, first things first, you will need your uniforms. Go to the crystalline mean and report to Catelys. She will see you measured and fitted. Virgin male Vieira versus Chad female Vieira. Is that why you're hiding your neck with the scarf? Look at the difference here. Look at how upright and cool she's standing. And hold on, if I still have like a hunch. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my male Vieira, but I just think it's funny. Funny not, the FF14 team did the male Vieira body in secret from Yoshida. Wait, what? Oh, can I not go there? Oh. The Vieira sandals probably don't help, yeah. Where? Something about the neutral stance thing just looks like something a rabbit folk would do. They look more wary, I guess. What, like the neutral stance, like kind of like, all right, what you got to say to me? Oh, really? Not just the gamer neck you were talking about. Really, during Shadowbringers, they said they weren't going to do more races. Hero was only female and Hrothgar was only male in Shadowbringers. Yeah, no, I know about that. I was not aware, though, that... Really? That seemed to be something that they just immediately kind of went back on then. Also, Crystarium Night theme is really good. Oh, the crane net looks like you're focusing on something. Gotcha. In Dontrell Fanfest, Yoshida said they would be doing more races if the community wants it. Which, from what I understand, they do. The community at large does want more races. Just make them more diverse. Oh. Hello. Ow. Hoarding node. The hell? Right now, the most at is Garleans. Really? Garleans? I'm being fitted. Look at those numbers. I mostly want Loporits. I can't imagine why. Sorry, Captain, I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work on with some minor adjustments. Very well, then see to it. And have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy Amaro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes its effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is her sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job and the other from Ostal Imperative. You and Dalphina will join the former. Vel, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Sure? Before you proceed with your positions, you are to report to Chesamil at Spagrix. She will issue you with the serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we shall see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery, after you have collected the serum, of course. General question though, how would you balance, oh. I'm saying this something else. How would you balance out being able to play as a Garlean, given all the story stuff involved with Garleans and how rare they are to generally find outside of Garlemald? On top of, like, their inability to use magic. How would you balance them out as a race like that, where it's like, okay, you can play as Garleans, but you have a limited access to jobs? Yes, sweetie, is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Only pure-blooded Garleans can't have Aether. The same way Blue Mage is also a limited job. Well, I guess in this case it would be a limited race. That's the problem. You can't. The Warrior Light has to be able to use Aetheric Manipulation for so many story beats. Yeah. Just aside, the stuff is really foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow, but if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to Dreamland yourself, so I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Oh, drink the vial. Alright. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud. Oh! Why, if I had known you better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Alright, and now we head back over... Or do they? I don't know. Let's talk to this guy. Oh my god, my quest book is filled. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yes, what do you require of me? An Amaro to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you will have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. Sure. I was about to deliver an Amaro to Radisca's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good, I shall ready the Amaro for departure at once. The first trial of this DLC? Okay. Rodiska's round is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry and she will give you further instructions. If you should become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well. Oh my god, it's a giant chicken bird! Wait. And with too many scars. I guess we... Okay, so there's a couple things we could do then to pad out the time for the stream. Ooh, there's an aether current up there. What say you guys to doing some job quests? Sorry, some role quests. Since we're already here, I mean. There you are. Very good. The Sin Eaters we're after were sighted west of the Ascensor Gate, so we'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing Eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor putting them out of their misery. I fucking love the battle theme for Shadowbringers, by the way. It's so good. Come, trusty Amaro. Look at him strut. Also, actually, there's actually an aether thing over here. Hold on. Man, this is so good. You can fly with that tomorrow, by the way? No, I can't. Oh my god! Legit shock. I did not know that. Well, that makes it so much easier. Here was like, no, you can't. Shut the fuck up. That's like, what? I can fly. There we go. Oh, wait. The hell is that? Eye-colored gemstones can be traded for a variety of rare and exclusive items. Huh, interesting. I am occasionally trustworthy. I don't know, some other folks would have me think otherwise. Well, now that I know I can fly with the Amaro, I will travel back to gain his powers again. Yeah, so you get bicolor jumps by just doing fates. Yeah? Mount speed maps. Nice. Sorry, there wasn't meant to be a question mark. You're fine. Look how nice it is out here. Without weird yellow clouds. Wait, can I still do that? Hold on. Small detour. Oh wait, I just realized this probably isn't a good idea because then I'm gonna have to travel all the way back. Never mind. I will do this later. Yeah, but I can teleport? You bring a fair point. On a minute though. Go. Go back to the... Wait, actually, how close are we to... Let's go there. Yeah, no, just generally trying to get a feel for the place, really. Hold on. Southwest. Southwest. Oh, I know what I'm assuming the Aether Current is probably up here. Northwest. Yes, it's probably up there. Yep, there it is. Also, yeah, no, I figure I'll go ahead and do the role quest stuff here too while I'm at it, because the spots are right here. There's no sense in not doing them while I'm here. I gotta have the Amaro. Alright then. And there's no aether current there, so I'll just go back to here. Let me actually take the aether thingy there. Jobu. I was under the impression that was the tank roll quest. It's not. And let's go around. Oh, excuse me. The XIV Gate. Roll quests are in the Crystarium? No. I mean, I already accepted one, and the objective is over here, is to to stand watch for Sin Eaters. It's hold on a minute. Go. Yeah, I'm noticing, by the way, the naming schemes for a lot of the Sin Eaters are generally mixes of good things or like positive traits. It's interesting. Good, clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke, though. Besides, the world could do with less Sin Eaters. Follow me, it shouldn't be much further. And that one's actually on the way back. So let's actually go back. And let's... There he is. We go. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of man I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? I'll catch up with you later, grandson, in that case. And now, let's properly head back to get our Amaro. Round. Ow. Ah, damn it. Fucking. I'm getting beat up on my bike. There we go. We're back. God, flying mounts really are just a blessing. Suddenly got nice and silent. You know, it got real quiet all of a sudden. What the hell? Where's the Muzak? Just suddenly got really quiet. It's such exciting gameplay. Ah, there's another Aether Current. It's excited because the world boss was flying to come get to you. Okay, fine. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, leave the beast with me. Stay, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Ah, so that's the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Ostal Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. Speak to the captain. Actually, can my Chocobo companion be upgraded perchance? Companion. Yes, I have 10 SP. 1 second. Enhanced critical hit. Let's do that. So it seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'll not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. Lakeland. Alright, so we're only missing the one on foot. We already have one quest done. Interesting. Oracle of Light. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them, a task I'm sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see to the four of the beasts. Dismissed. Oh, and suddenly a whole bunch of quests opened up. I wonder what they could be. Quest sync? Scroll right past your senior with asking how you may aid me in my duties. You have another thing coming. It just so happens that I have a task for you to perform. This is a supply order that must be delivered to mines at Rediscus Round. You are to take it to him and do so with all speed. Alright, sounds good. That's one. How many are left? So just to be sure, it's 4 quests that I gotta do for Aether Currents. And I'm gonna take a guess. Yeah, has anything really changed though with like what they usually have us do with Warrior of Light? That's about lending me a hand or two. They got a repair duty, and that was sorry ship. No different won't miss jump. It is a simple enough task. Just take this here pail of mortar, find a couple spots where the walls are looking ragged, and apply a healthy dab. Thanks, friend. With our ranks thinned as they are, we need all the help we can get. She must hate you. She doesn't like that she's not unique anymore. She used to be the only Vieira around. Now there's another guy, and she's jealous. She doesn't like that you get to hang out around sex arcs. That's funny. Let me go around this way. Go. And the last one is up top. Up top. I'm about to jump. Get ready, here goes. Wah. I'm just like, you're reckoning you have a real talent for repairs. Mayhap I can interest you in joining the guard as a full-time wall mender. No. No more. Alright, so there's another one over here that we can do. Can't afford to lose another. Ho there, friend. Might you lend me your aid? One of my best men has yet to return from his patrol, and I fear the worst. As you can see, his Amaro made it back safely, but my man's nowhere to be found. Could you search for him in my stead? I would go myself, but I can't very well abandon my post. Gwee! Well, he was sure to think you're absolutely, I suppose, but wait, do you reckon he's gone back for his rider? Sorry to trouble you, friend, but do you think you could follow the Amaro for us? That scaly brute might be my best chance at finding our man. And take the salve with you. I reckon there's a good chance he's out there, and too wounded to have made his way back. So that's the 3 that we gotta do then. For that. treated fodder. There we go. Can I offer you a whale in this trying time of travel? Gwee, gwee. You know what, actually, that might be a good idea now that I think about it. Specifically, well, hold on. Hostile imperative. Hold on. Oracle of Light, Oracle of Light. Okay. Yes, do tomorrow. Right now, I don't need flight. But I'll join. I'll bet. I'll invite you to party if I need it. Hang on. There's another Amaro. Oh wait, is there one up? Oh, there's one up here. Oh, she'll return to Spoiler Land then. Let's see real quick. Hand over this fodder. Gwee, gwee, gwee. He's wary at first, but appetite eventually wins out and accepts this. It's like, yeah, I know it's shit, but I'll eat it. Why not? Let's talk to this one. The Amaro are fed. Good, the rest have already been dosed, so we need not fear of any of our mounts coming to the Dream Powder. All units have now entered the final stages of the preparation. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment at the top of the main watchtower. I will send you your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. May night smile upon us is a pretty neat, like, is a pretty neat, rally cry. So wait, what's over here? Oh, it's not where I wanted to go. Oh, you're not gonna... I was just up there, you fug. Hold on. No, I can't jump up there. I was just up here. Why must you be such a pain in the hindquarters to travel? Yeah, fuck it, I'll use my bike. Faster this way. There we are. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready. During the operation, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Sounds good.
Keep moving.
Yo, this new Minfilia has a really big forehead.
What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
Sleepy time, boys.
You're gonna be... Sound the alarm!
Yeah. Also, again, this music just bobs.
Captain, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
It's so cool that I'm still not over the fact that I'm at a point in the game where we're starting to see more Vieira. Even if it's just one, it makes me not feel alone. I should stress, more Vieira in the story. I've seen plenty of Vieira at this point. Ba, 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 ba. Let's go. Oh, it level synced me to level 72, so I don't have the more powerful versions of my attacks. Come through close to the wall. Ah, over there. No? I've already lost the plot. Ah, over there. Hi, Alphino. Hi, Alize. The end. All right. Ba, 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 ba. You know, this track is really good, but I just generally love Stormblood's main theme. Stormblood? Shadowbringers, my bad. Stormblood's main theme is also good. It's just that, you know, it gets overplayed, but I meant Shadowbringers. Then I take it you love the boss theme? Yes. Go. Going ahead, we'll hold him here. Let's go. Bum, bum, bum. What? There she is. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Tancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Let's rejoin the others and quit this place. Yep, let's go. No, Minfilia, don't be sorry. Quiet, too quiet. Is that Ranji? Uh-oh. Not Minfilia, but Minfilia, yes. Raisin thieves. Regret coming here. We'll see about that. Oh shit. No, we're not outmatched. I'm not about to let another Xeno situation happen. We're not about to lose this. Ah, shit. Now it's just you and me. Yep. I probably shouldn't have stood in those. Ah, my bad. Try that again. No, fuck off. Okay, maybe if you stand in AoE, it's warranted. Yeah, that's my fault. That was my fault. You used to say no. Report tank theme dungeon simple mechanic. Let's go. A tank that plays like a dragoon. There we go. The old woman boasts the world's largest army. Woman for woman, we are no less mighty. Intruders! Yeah, no, not for nothing. This is a lot of people for just, for a bluff, quote unquote. This is a lot of people. Yeah, that's the funny part. It's like Yulmor is at peace with the Peace Walkers, with the Sin Eaters. What in the world do they need an army this big for? Where are the barracks in that tiny isle? Yeah, I didn't see any barracks. I hope it's something that gets touched on later, if anything. And don't say if it doesn't, because I'd rather just be like, leave that little nugget in my mind of, yeah, where the fuck did their army come from? Oh, okay. Let's leave. All right, try this again. Don't stand on an AoE, got it. Just you and me. So far, so good. Going this way. Ow. Right. Stand right around here. There we go. And then ow, 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 ow. Right here. Then. Ow! Just smacked me! Bro thinks he's a fire type Master Roshi. No! I don't want to lose. Arr.
You, boy. You bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks.
Uh-oh.
By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Is that my boy? Good.
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
What? Jesus, what?
Pathetic.
Dude really deflected that with his hand?
Such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Dude must have some crazy calluses. What the hell? What are you doing? Did he just teleport us? Mass teleportation? No fucking way.
Break!
What? Dude was really about to fucking
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way.
so he's the goat, Crystal Sector.
You would do well to tread warily. For your quarry goes to a place where even Yulno dare not bear its steel.
Wait, where are we going?
Ilmeg, the fairy kingdom.
Oh. Oh.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds.
If it isn't him.
Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry.
What the hell are you doing here?
But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
I'm like a sea fighter sensing someone's power.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
Ilmeg. Oh, this is meant to be Ishgard then.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
Her.
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions.
Gotcha.
Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Urianger has called this place home for a while now.
Are we gonna meet Urianger too?
Him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Yulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish 2 things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
So, Minfilia. what made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Huh?
Who said that? Show yourselves.
That'll be the fairies then.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us.
They just show up in my initial reaction is just like Crocker, just fairies!
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Alright, you giggly fucks, stop laughing. Hang on a second, guys. Just a second while I look something up. Okay. Ilmeg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fae folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Ooh! Right, we get this, I got this. I'm trying my best to remember, but it feels like peering through fog. As it stands, we cannot hope to find a way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift a spell. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lidalaran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Alright, well, we're about 2 hours into the stream so far. It's still fairly early, all things considered, so I'll keep going. I have noticed, though, I have not seemed to make a dent in the quest list here. We started the quest, the stream with an unwelcome guest as our main thing. We haven't really done a whole lot, so we gotta get a move on. Go straight. There's Chocobo Porter. All the quests get long and Shadowbringers end onward. But it's good long. Yeah, no. I haven't felt bored. Just that it's one of those things where you definitely start to notice the length of the quests. Yeah, that's fair. I did kind of do some exploring in Lakeland for a bit. Huh. Interesting. It's just an aetheryte, just out here in the middle of nowhere. Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... Well, there's a variety of plant native to these parts, which is with distinctive furled tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies. Believe it or not, I'll explain how I know all this later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Okay. I already see what they're doing here. Pixies think they're gonna get a rise out of me. Well, guess what? They're not. I will not let these pixies fool me. Hey. Suddenly a voice rings out. Ooh, a visitor. Where are you from, pray tell? This one's hard of hearing. What brings you here? Stone deaf. How boring. Still, plucking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Stay a while, stay forever. Your body begins to feel heavy. Oh! Help! Help! I've been cast with the slow! No! I take you in with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Yes, I did. Outside? Huh. She able to see through the pixie's veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianja's little trick to good use. You're already under the spell, fool!
Farasitha, Krakleath.
This mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look! Twins! How adorable!
Yeah. I feel like grabbing one of these little dudes and just crumpling them into a ball.
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urionji, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Elmeg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh my god! I would not wish a more dreary hell on any of my worst enemies.
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to
Let the
lift your
ball
spell.
from point begin. I could not wish for a more hellish like torture than playing riddles with these little fucks for 7 days and 7 nights. That's crazy.
What now?
I don't know. But this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urionji, Pixie's honor.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
I don't trust that for it's both. I don't trust that for a second, but also that quest structure is starting to reel its ugly head. Also, suddenly people. Hey. Some goofy music. Ooh, look at me, look at me. I have a task for you. Lirandran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Whatever you say. And I'm assuming this also has ether currents. That's great. That's great. That's great. Wait. Does this go up? Where the hell? Oh. Also, I just found a mod that fixes Sonic R so it runs on modern PCs. Hooray! That's cool. I'm admittedly starting to feel a bit of the drag. It might just be because I'm a little tired today, but stream may not be super long today, and I might not get as far as I wanted to, just because I admittedly have other stuff that I wanna get to today that isn't just playing games. But we'll see. Wait, what? There we go. Wait, what? You have reached the map. What? No way. I've reached the maximum amount of quests. Well, that's not good. 1 second. What's this? Hang on. Why, they're the leafmen you see singing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Wait, what? Vel hates Yas fairies? Yes, I do. I may as well accept all the ones that I can. So there's another one back here that I need to accept. Also, I'm curious as to how this looks with my, Oh, the particles are broken, of course. Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Vobert, but Volbert or some such, but the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here, and we've been giving the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? I guess. I'm so hungry I may faint. A little fruit will set me straight. Will you go fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet succulent burdens. Alright? I don't always there, you know. We used to live deep in the lush forest. It was beautiful and beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fey folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and could be yours too forever and ever and ever. No, thank you. Go. Bed 3. Fucking soldier crawler came out of the tree. At least get past the next dungeon. No worries, no worries. Because we've got... After this, we've still got a few quests, and then we've got another dungeon coming up. I'll try to get a little far, but admittedly, I do kind of want to focus on some other stuff for the day. And then tomorrow can be a longer stream, if anything. Admittedly, I'll say this right now. Yesterday did not feel like a 6-hour stream. It's weird. I was streaming for 6 hours. It didn't feel like it. I may actually run the next dungeon with NPCs. Just because it's something that I noticed while playing the game with my buddy Cheel. Some of the stuff that I noticed is that the dungeons, if you run them with NPCs, you get some additional little lore bits that you would otherwise ignore if you're playing it with players. And I think I want to start doing some more of that. Leaf Man. It's usually just a little bits of banter, but also I almost did a dungeon solo. Yeah. And now we gotta go get the water. These quests weren't too long though, and I'm glad that you could accept them all at once as opposed to like piecemealing them. Ken Youth. So long good, but when someone tells me not to do something, it makes me want to do it more. No one can stop me. What? Heedless of your warning, Ken Gift continues in the direction of fish right around. If you find them again, perhaps you can still convince them to turn back. Alright, so hold on. Stand right here. Right. So, chat in say mode. Can you goof come out? Uh-oh. What's happening? The hell? Beaver-like creature. The hell am I looking at? Though your beaver speak is a bit rusty, the creature appears to want milk. However, you see no signs of Ken Goof. You resign yourself to bearing the bad news back to Ken. Back to Led Ken. Little beaver man, did you eat the fairy? Because if so, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Ugh, excuse me. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-da-bum bum bum bum. You're back. Where's Ken Gyuf? Please tell me Ken Gyuf is alright. Well, I'm sorry to say that, but I think he got eaten. What? Against your warning, they went to Feaster Laran where you found only a strange animal? Then the tales were true. Oh, Ken Gyuf, why? Why didn't you listen? Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't assume the worst yet. Maybe there's still hope. I just need to stay calm and think things through. Sure, man. Oh, I'm so hungry. Did you get the fruit? Yes, I got the fruit. Here you go. Oh, thank you so ever much. You saved me. Yeah, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. You've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. I hate this pixie person. But whatever. We move on. No harm, no foul, I suppose. It's not like the bugs killed me or anything. You've given water to our children. Thank you so ever much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Omega stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. Uh-huh. Well then. The fairies seem, point, to say the least. Fairies suck. Unironically. Where is it? I had an emote. There we go. Hey, yo, Angelo. Tancred looks just like you feel. Oof. The grass homunculi come in different sizes. Yeah. How goes it, Val? So a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. I have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Orianja once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains, imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to the core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by the means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. Flood of Light was right? Question mark? I don't know. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear the most, brother dearest. A ghost? However, the pixies may have come into being if we leave them to judge when they are satisfied. They will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures. But where to begin? It seems to me we would at least need one among the Oh. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Foul. What? You know a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you were entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without any further delay, then summon this Fail if you please. Sucks as his name is. I thought the same thing. Fail. All right. Oh, just fail all. Hold on. Fail all. You hath been summoned. Too far away. With Chapman say, summon your pixie friend. Wait. Too far away. I'm assuming over here? No. Look at my map. Ah, cool. I'm stupid. Right then. So, my sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, we may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Fail. I need you. I need you. Well, no caps, I guess. Oh, hold on. It has to be hella accurate, apparently. Hold on. So, I need you. I must sound like a fucking madman. Oh, please. Gotta say please. Lend me your spirit energy to destroy Ranjit. It's just fail all. That's what I'm typing. Please fail all. I need you. Summoned. Summon your pixie. Yeah, no. Hold on. Oh, it has to be accurate as hell. 1 second. So. There we go. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log to do with more fire? Can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, loveliest of branches. Please grant me your sucker. Oh, loveliest of branches, please.
You're late!
How am I late?
I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Hey, chill. I'm so happy to see you. What is that face?
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
What's that face?
Reminds me of my childhood.
What's that? Oh, what the hell?
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
This is too good.
But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
I'm sorry. I'm still fucking enamored by that fucking face that my warrior of light had when she was scolding me. I was like,
Well. If it isn't Theo Ool, the mold Theo. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village.
What? Wait a minute. What's in my bag?
Cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
The amount of garbage in my inventory.
Will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
We'll reveal the hidden Furry to you at once.
Did she just threaten to throw your dirty underwear at them? Sure feels like it.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
Nice. Ilmeg looks way better all of a sudden. With the graphic update.
I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
For Alpha No Analysis' sakes, let's be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path known as, we should soon find the place. Come along. Make her carry your inventory. Alright, let's go. I think that's it up ahead. I legit gotta listen to some of the Shadowbringers OST on my own time. It's really good. Let's go. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way.
Friend.
The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon. Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We'll meet you outside.
That's my gay dad, Urianger.
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, Urianger certainly looks unique, to say the least.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Save for Ishtola. Haven't met with good old cat lady yet. I'm sure she's fine. Oh no, he's hot.
And Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
No wonder Moonbrito was over him so much, yeah.
First, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful Ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time.
So we were doing good.
Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning.
Everything.
Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might.
People legit just deteriorated, it sounds like.
Struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world.
Yeah, jeez.
Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Yeah.
were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee.
I don't want to die. At least not like this.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
Can't imagine that's...
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
Oh?
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Yeah, it seems crazy effective.
Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Yeah, I think I do. Chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive.
Yes.
As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
The opposite of what we're used to.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
Yeah.
'Tis indeed a compelling question. and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
That makes perfect sense.
And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
it would be too much.
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leargear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
I have a lot to think about with that. I probably need to rehear his explanation to fully kind of grasp what was all just laid at my feet, but seems very interesting. The idea that the aether in the source is thinning because of there being too much light that's leaking over into the source, and even if it were to rejoin with the source, Black Rose would even have an even more disastrous effect, just because all that combined ether with an already thinning amount would make it even more disastrous. Which explains the burn, yeah. The burn was sapped of ether by primals, but that would have normally not had happened. Yeah, the source's light in the first opposite polarity of light attract to create a perfect storm of calamity. Exactly. Yeah, no. It's really interesting, all this stuff so far. I'm definitely gonna have to give this explanation a bit of a rewatch on my own time, just so I can fully grasp what's being explained here. But also, I was getting phone calls by strangers on my phone while it was being told, so I'd missed some of it. But let's continue for now. I think we're almost done for the day. We've got one dungeon left, and then that'll be it. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Indeed. Though the night be lost, behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with an adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Leargear, we must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Vel, I bid thee obtain that which please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vile kin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. So Back out, I take it. Yep. Whatever, Pixie Man. I'll do those quests later. There we go. Oh, what's Minfilia doing? Hey, Minfilia. Oh, no need to worry about me. I'm quite familiar with the manor. During our wanderings, Thancred and I would often return here. It's where I imbue his ammunition. Right, so actually I have a question in regards to... Where's Thancred? Oh, I was hoping to examine Thancred real quick. 1 second. Is he not here? Oh, I guess he's not here. I'll talk about it when he's back in frame then. I'm curious as to how his gunblade works exactly, but I'll save that for in a minute. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile. Resident Gunbreaker here, I can explain. No, I just noticed that the handle for the gunblade is really low in comparison to where the trigger is. If there was a trigger, I didn't notice it.
Be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
There is a trigger, yes. Oh, white auracite.
White auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary.
Ah.
Our eternal enemies.
Of course.
Thus...
No! Thus I did choose to abide in this aether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence. Good.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
Aww.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me, which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Okay, that's cool.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire. A Hast thou spoken to him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Hmm?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Oh. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Ah!
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian.
Oh.
This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope.
Wait,
In my name,
hold on.
Each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's.
Because they're not the same person. Minfilia as we knew her is gone. And like she said, at this point, her soul is...
over me, Thancred.
Her presence is like an Ascian. She can just go in and out of bodies whenever she wishes, but she's choosing this one. And she's letting the child version of Minfilia basically do her own oh. Footage from 1.0.
Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me.
So this is where Thancred gets the nickname Dadcred then.
She does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path.
Like obviously I say it as a joke, but it's like the name makes sense now. She's basically asking Thancred to care over new Minfilia. Yeah.
Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
This is all incredibly tragic, man.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things, where we came from, what we fight for, but of that day, I have not spoken.
Maybe better you don't. Lest she starts thinking that you... Oh god, now you're having me answer questions? How do you want... Realistically, how do you want this to end?
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
That's... I can certainly understand Thancred's apprehension as well. It's like on one hand he absolutely wants to help her, but on the other it's like... It's just a painful reminder constantly looking at her, and it's like, you're a Minfilia, yes, but you're not my Minfilia. And regardless of such, it's like, the Minfilia you used to know is just not gonna come back. She's gone. And this new one is her own person, and it's best to treat her as such. But it's hard when they're named the same thing. They're named the same thing and they look the same thing. He was edgy enough in Heavensworn Storm, but seeing her, the trauma is maybe a bit too much. I admit I was a big fan of the design change for Thancred for Heavensward and Stormblood. The voice especially, just because I have attachments to that voice. He is voiced by one of the main antagonists of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Egil. I'm blanking on his actual name, but that's his voice. And I have a lot of familiarity with that voice, so when I heard it, I was like, oh shit, I know that guy! No, this guy needs it. If you're like an Ascian, why can't you just manifest yourself and stick around? Nah, this guy needs his character development. I also think it's in the case that manifest themselves as a spirit, yes, but they like... Wouldn't it be the case that unless you're aspected in some way or form, you can't necessarily see Ascians? Because if I recall, Moonbrita couldn't. I was just hanging around Heidelin in her gamer chair watching live streams on her tombstone. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fate custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. I'll take... Remember La Habrea? He needed Thancred because he could be at peak power without body to possess. Which just boils down to her being like, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Yeah, no, I think it's also a case of I'd rather not be like the Ascians. The whole thing with the Ascians seems to be that they forego morals and they forego kind of like Oh, that guy just died? Well, he seemed like a pretty apt body. Come here. Whereas the whole thing with, like, Heidelin seems to be kind of, like, not doing that and letting people kind of have their own way, if that makes any sense. Steal coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps. Nope. We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Ligia. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Oriange. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? So that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about the Light Warden? IMO would have been a lot cooler if she surrendered all of herself to Heidelin to give her her energy and power her up. Then, as the writers intended, we'd have no more Memphilia. Yeah... I'm sure she'll have a purpose here, though. Aye, my lady. By circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see, fought it and won. But all the horrible light came out when... Of course. Their king only in name, not remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4, and woven each into a different relic to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with Fuath, the stone scepter is with Numu, and the crystal shoes with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all. Facts less disclosed my own understanding. I'm quite slight now before. I think they claim the shell crown for Fuath. If we call them before the anticipable gate, they will answer. You know what? This is another fetch quest. I know it's not probably going to be too long, but admittedly I was kind of hoping we would get to the dungeon right away. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here, given that I've been streaming for almost 3 hours and 30 minutes. So we will open next stream, likely tomorrow, with finishing this fetch quest, and then doing the dungeon, and then going from there. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching today's Shadowbringers stream. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Tune in tomorrow for more Shadowbringers and hopefully more interesting stuff. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.